We're here at Oshkosh, Airventure, and a rainy day that is now giving way to sunshine again. I'm Dan Johnson, and I'm talking with Rainer Tauren. Did I do that correctly?
Right.
Pretty close.
Yes.
Welcome to Oshkosh.
Thank you.
I think the first time we've seen the B.O.T aircraft here at Oshkosh, isn't it?
Exactly, that's correct.
We did see you at Sebring, though. We saw you at Sebring anyway.
Sebring, I was personally, but not the aircraft.
Okay,
Right.
so welcome to the SC07 Speed Cruiser to Airventure Oshkosh. You are a new owner of this company for a few years, but it has some history before that. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right. We took this aircraft over in 2007 and made a lot of changes and modifications. So the aircraft really has the performance as we require for ourselves. So basically, we made this aircraft for ourselves.
I see. Well, that's good. 4 pilots, by pilots.
Exactly.
We like that. When we visited earlier, Rainer, you told me about several things. I said, well, is it just cosmetic changes? Is it just small things, door latches, wheel pants? You said, no, it's actually some fairly significant things. Give me a few of those things that you changed about this airplane when you took it over.
Well, we changed the most important are maybe the profiles. The profile were not so...
Of the wing, you mean?
Of the wing,
okay.
Yeah.
The actual shape of the wing then you changed.
And we changed also the elevator completely. It was an elevator like on the CT.
Okay.
And now we have a different elevator.
Now is it two-piece now,
Exactly.
and it was full flying before?
Exactly,
okay.
yeah,
So
right.
these are major changes
pretty
then.
changes.
And you told me also the ribs inside the wing, the shape of those ribs had
No,
changed.
we reinforced the wing completely. Before it was made of glass foam sandwich, and today is made of carbon foam sandwich.
Okay.
So we reinforced the main spar. We changed the doors, for instance. We changed complete new inside look. We changed the landing gears. But there's not much which remains the same.
I think you told me a number of what, 60 or 70% of the airplane has changed?
If not more, yes.
Okay,
yes.
so this is not the airplane we knew from before from another company.
No.
We'll mention the name of the other company because some people do know it. It was Bilsum at that time, and it was a Polish company at that time.
Exactly.
And now where are you based today?
Now this aircraft is made in Germany, so we are based in Germany. We have 3 companies, one in Liechtenstein for the marketing, one in Germany for the production, assembly, and one in Poland as well. We bought the former factory of Remos.
Ah, okay.
And there we produce all our
That's where your main
parts.
fabrication is done.
Exactly.
Okay.
Only the composite parts.
Well, I do know from the Polish market that there's a lot of skills there that we know in the sailplane community for this kind of construction. So there's very great talent there for that.
Indeed,
and you're
yes.
using that.
Indeed, yes. This is the area in Poland where also all the gliders are built. Like Stemme are built there. The big airplane Orca is built there. The twin engine pusher is built there. So
So they're applying this. It's an aviation area.
It's an aviation area,
okay.
Especially for the composite.
Well, what engine are you using to power the Speed Cruiser, Rainer?
Well, we have 2 engines. Actually, we have, as all the others, we used at the first time we used the Rotax. Later on, we used the new engine, and we also want to ship this aircraft mainly with the new engine.
That's the D motor we're talking about. Yes,
US,
okay.
Yeah, that's the D motor.
We have one on display here at the LSA Mall. We'll capture a picture of that perhaps. But what's the advantages of that engine, do you believe, compared to the Rotax?
It's more modern. It's modern. It's modern. It has a fuel injection, electronic fuel injection, electronic ignition. It's much lighter, 126 pounds. Has 95 horsepower, direct drive. So you don't have any gear which takes off some power.
I see. So it's direct drive. So 95 horsepower, but you're lighter enough that that's probably comparable, do you think, to a 100 horsepower Rotax?
Well, I believe it's even more available in the end. At the propeller, you have more power available because the gear does not take
What RPM
some
does that engine run at? Is it a lower RPM?
Yes, much.
Like
much.
what's
Like 2000.
Right,
like,
so it has
like
to be
2,800, 2,700 at cruise speed. Has a real sound like an aircraft engine. No, not like a sewing machine. It's different, you know.
Sure.
It's using flathead technology as well, Dan, so it's very narrow. It fits right into the...
Yes, I'm looking kind of over your camera shoulder here, and I can see it back there, and it looks quite compact. That's good because there doesn't look like a whole lot of room in here. This fits well in this space.
It fits absolutely well under this collet, so it's no problem at all. And we have enough power. We have, but you know, the biggest advantage is that we have this aircraft weighs afterwards 610 pounds with that engine. So that's the advantage. I mean, you have a payload of 710.
Wow. A payload.
Payload
of 710 pounds?
Yeah.
That's a very big number in this space.
Yeah.
And I want to also observe right over your shoulder, you notice there's no strut on this airplane. This is a cantilevered wing. So the only other one I can think of immediately is the flight design. I'm not sure if we have other high wing cantilevers without going through the list, but it's close that way. So
Exactly. Yeah.
So why don't we have a look inside and see what this airplane looks like on the inside, which I'm told it's also quite different than it used to be. Now we're inside the Speed Cruiser, and we're noticing here that first of all it's just a center stick on it, so it's usable by either side. Left hand on the right side of the seat, right hand on the left side of the seat, obviously. When the brake is right here on the forefront, and this on the fourth side of the stick, and this is hydraulic brakes, is it, Reiner?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That's hydraulic brakes, yes.
And tell me about seat adjustments. The seats feel quite comfortable, and for me, it's actually quite good right now. But if I was a different height, taller or shorter, what would my adjustment capability be?
Well, we can adjust the pedals. That's for the length, and we can adjust the seats in the way that we can put it more forward like that.
The seat back goes forward and aft a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole seat is more inclinated, less inclinated.
And the adjustment of the rudder pedals, can you do this in flight, or is it done before flight?
No, it's made on the ground.
Okay, so you do that on the ground.
Yes, exactly.
Now, as I look for the controls here, you said that you also have a capability of offering this control for someone who is disabled in some way.
That's exactly the same control. So for disabled version, we have the central stick, and the gas is here on top. Is a mechanism to the throttle.
Okay.
And this lever here
yes.
is not available then, of course.
Okay,
but we
this
have
is
a
the
second
throttle which you lay down for entry.
No, this is for the version with the center stick, normal version with center stick. This is a throttle which we can lay down.
Yes,
okay?
right. So for entry now, you can get that out of the way. 'Cause
Exactly.
Kind of in the way to enter if you have it right where it is.
Very
Just
easy
slides to
enter.
the side.
Exactly.
Very nice.
So, okay.
Now, do I have one over here as well? And I do. So we have
Exactly.
throttle on each side, right? Kind of like where a joystick would be.
Yeah.
And then so
Which
that's
is
actually
excellent.
quite convenient to use that way.
Yeah, and it's very easy to control the throttle like that. Okay, and on the disabled version, we have exactly the same, except that the throttle is on over here. It's on top of this one, of this
Okay.
stick, and here we have another stick to control the pedal.
I see. Okay, forward for one direction, back for the other direction. Is that how that works?
Exactly.
Okay, very
So
good.
and then we have the third version, which is double stick, like classical, one left, one right.
Okay. You do offer it that way
and then
too.
we have the throttle here.
Okay.
And you have a mechanism where you can squeeze to brake.
Okay.
But we can offer, of course, the twist brake. We can also offer.
You can have it every which way you want.
You can have whatever you want.
Well, as I look around the cockpit here, I find myself looking back, and it's quite a large area back here. How much storage can you accommodate back here, Reiner?
We never counted the liters, but it's something like 300 liters.
Okay, it's a large. You can put sleeping bags, big things back there.
Big
How much
things,
weight
yeah.
can you
About
accommodate?
20 kilos, so it's 40 pounds.
44 pounds of
Yeah.
weight you can put back there.
Exactly.
And that's quite accessible in flight, so that's good. But as I look back, of course, I'm seeing a parachute handle here, something I personally like to see in any airplane. And this is properly locked for the air show, but it's quite accessible here, just to reach over the shoulder and you've got recovery. In addition, you changed the way the doors look, and I'm going to pull this door down, quite easily reached here with a nice handle, being held up by a piston now. And I see when I pull that back down in, I still have a lot of elbow room here. How
exactly.
wide is the cockpit?
It's 49 inches, I think.
49 inches,
It's
okay.
1 meter 24. So
Okay.
I'm not so familiar with it.
That's good. 49. It's clearly wide and 49 inches.
At least you don't need to go by side when
Yeah,
you're
no,
flying.
we're not even hardly.
You know, it's really comfortable.
Very nice. So looking out of here, great visibility. There's a lot of glass here, or plastic available for me to see out of. But also one more thing, no struts to look out. So I've got an unimpeded visibility out this side.
I think the missing struts are also important to enter easily for the disabled people. That's
True, yeah.
That's an absolutely
Yeah,
must.
the door opens really quite widely, and again, it just goes up and stays up very nicely.
Yeah, and you have also the room to put a wheelchair in the back.
So how long can we fly the airplane? What kind of fuel capacity do we have on
Well,
board, Reiner?
with the road tax, it's about 5 hours.
Okay.
And with the demart, it's about 6.5 hours. So
okay.
it consumes about 3.2 gallons an hour. So which is.
And how many gallons on board?
23.
23 gallons on board.
Yes, 23.
All right, well, let's have a look at the panel now, Reiner. Looking at this panel now, I see this is done in all glass. What kind of equipment do we have here? There's not a brand name showing on it. I can actually see a little bit here, but tell me what we've got, Reiner.
Okay, this is a double screen NACIS. It is a full glass cockpit instrumental panel with artificial horizon, with GPS included, with all the instruments. They are shown like analog, like classical instruments.
I see.
shown.
Okay, digital
so,
analog then.
Yes, exactly. So you have several screens. Both are separate, are completely independent and works independently. So you have all the different things you can show on both screens. So engine management or flight management instruments.
Excellent.
So it's
Now the NACIS brand is not one that Americans know particularly well. Where is this from?
This is from Slovakia.
Okay.
From Slovakia, from Canaria. Is the name of the company who produced that.
And the device in the middle?
That's GPS, because you know here here I have usually the flight instruments like engine temperatures and all that things, and here I have my speed indication and this kind of altimeter and that's.
And here you're showing your map then and so forth.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
So I have everything in view, but actually you don't need that because here is another GPS included.
I see. So this is sort of a glorified.
It's an extra for me.
An extra one. All right, and I notice here we've got radio. Are these Winter?
Radio? No, it's Funkwerk.
Funkwerk I see down there. Okay, radio and transponder on either side, and flaps in the middle.
Exactly. So it's a push button flap. So you just
push a button and it goes to that. You don't have to hold it until it gets there.
Exactly.
And I see you've got some lights along here. So this is the lighting for the flap position.
Exactly. Yes. And here you have the light, landing light. You can, which goes on as soon as you set the flaps, but you can take it off here.
Okay, now I see on the top of the stick, Reiner, we've got trim here available, but how do I know where I've got the trim position?
Well, we have here a trim indicator, which is made with LEDs. So we have a trim indicator for the back and forth and left and right.
Okay.
And here we have the heating system, and we have several.
The avionics and comm and nav.
Yes, exactly.
These are the switches, or are they circuit breakers?
Both.
Okay.
This is fuse and switches.
Okay, very good. And then
here we
finally
have
some.
two circuits, left and right circuit, fuel pump, and ignition.
Ignition and a key to turn it all on.
Exactly.
Okay, very
and here
good.
we have a backup speed indicator and a backup altimeter in case the NACIS or the glass cockpit will not work.
Now, is this a standard panel in this aircraft?
No, this is a special, according to the customer's wish. I mean, we have no specific standard. The customer can always choose whatever he wants. He can choose as well as the position as also the kind of instruments he would like to have. So we can put in a Becker, we can put in a Winter, we can put in a Dyno, we can put in whatever you want. You can send us an old system you have, and we mount it. It's not a problem. So we are free to put the position of this instrument wherever
customer
you want.
designs it, and you'll produce it for them.
Exactly.
Well, we've gotten a lot of information from you, Reiner, about your very nice Speed Cruiser airplane. Thank you for taking that time. But there's always more people want to know about it.
Yeah.
And you've got a website with this information on it?
Of course.
We're seeing this on YouTube, so give us the web address, please.
So the web address is www.bot-aircraft.com.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I haven't flown this one yet, but I hope to in the future. And when I do, that'll be available on bydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks so much for watching today.